Hi, this is Juanica Lachey, and I am coming to you today to share a nugget of wisdom with you. So I was reading a post on Facebook one day about suffering, and as the people were commenting, they were talking about financial struggles and just circumstances and issues. And then the question was brought up about sickness. Would that be considered a suffering issue? Or should that be, in a category of where God has healed us and we're commissioned that we should be healed? Because when Jesus was here walking the earth, that everyone he came in contact with was healed. And so one woman commented about the fact that she had been struggling and suffering from a disease that she had been praying and asking healing for, and still has not been healed from it. And was asking the question of, what will happen or why isn't she healed? And, about the issues of that are relating to her healing, such as, not having enough faith or not praying enough, not, having the right motives, or possibly, having a demon. However, suffering is not necessarily what we should really be focusing on. We go through things in life. We go through storms and trials, and they are hard, and sometimes knock the wind out of us and knock us on our feet, off of our feet rather. But what I've come to learn as I've gone through my own issues and trials is that you shouldn't focus on the issue as to when it's going to be over or how are you going to make it through. I've come to learn that we need to focus on still being joyful and being able to praise God in spite of it. This was something that was really hard for me to gather because, when I became a Christian, when I was young, I mostly expected that as I walked with God and had that belief of being a Christian, that my life was going to be easy. And unfortunately, that is the mindset that a lot of us have as Christians, that once we turn our lives over to God, that our lives are going to be easy and cakewalks. And that is furthest from the truth. Jesus even said that, he suffered and was persecuted, and that the things that he's gone through, we will go through as well. Somehow we lose sight of that we will not go through suffering, we won't go through trials, that we'll just live an easy life and be able to just tell people how to live joyfully. Well, when we go through issues and trials, our response to those issues and trials is what shines a light and gives a testimony to Jesus. How we are still joyful and at peace when there's a storm raging around us, ergo, this pain is around you. We are being tossed around, the wind is whipping at us, and everything seems like it's breaking apart. Even Paul was shipwrecked, but yet he still served God, was blessed and considered it a blessing that he had made it through. What are you seeing when you go through your circumstances? Are you seeing just the issue and the hardship, or are you seeing the things that you can be grateful for through it, in spite of it? I know I have gone through issues where my kids are no longer living with me per se at this moment, and it was very, very difficult for me to navigate through that. I felt like the rug had been ripped up from under me, sinking down. My identity was really broken. I had no idea anymore as to what I should be doing because I no longer had the full-time role of mom. And I just prayed and prayed and prayed and believed that, that this decision would be overturned in a short period of time. However, that didn't happen. It's been 2 years, and in the process, I've questioned God. I've questioned if he was real. And I've come to find that I have a peace and a joy in me much deeper now than I've ever had. I'm able to look at what I've gone through, what I'm still going through, and recognizing that no matter what, even though my kids may not be with me full time, they still persevere me. They still see the joy that I have, and understanding that no matter what you face, you can still have joy. You can still have peace. You can still walk around with your head high, shoulders back, and a smile on your face. You don't have to walk around with this, oh no, I'm just going through these troubles and I don't know how to come out, and just feeling down in the dumps and just letting everyone know just exactly how you feel. You don't need to hide your true emotions. It's okay to talk about, what you're struggling with and how you're feeling, but don't let that be your center focus. Don't let that be the one thing that's driving you and moving you and allowing you to be pushed around and knocked around and governing your mood. You don't allow your emotions to control you. You control your emotions. You control your storm. Even though it's moving around you, just like in the eye of the storm, in the eye of a hurricane or tornado, there's an eerie calm. That's exactly where you should be. When you're going through your storms and your trials, and you need to be in the eye of the storm, where it's peaceful, where the sun is still shining down in the middle of that storm. You can see light. Everything's whipping around you, breaking apart, seemingly like it's never going to end. But the storm will come to an end. And the point is that you should maintain your joy, your peace, your happiness, in spite of it. Whether you're being persecuted for your beliefs, whether you're being slandered, whether you're being, in a tough situation at your job, with some people that, aren't that nice to you and are might be even downright mean towards you. How are you responding to it? Are you focusing on what's not right in life, or are you focusing on what is right and being grateful and thankful about what you do have instead of focusing on what you don't have? So that's my spiel for today. Choose to be joyful. Choose to be happy. This life is short. Don't waste it on wondering what if. Believe, know that the storm is going to be over. Know that you can have a sense of joy and peace in spite of your situation. This is Renika Lachey.